can't justify it. You can't just go.
Over there. Go sign so I can have passwords. Wow, the plumbing's very bad in the back.
Grandma and Grandpa.
Trying to reflect on all 4 years at Chatfield has been a very big challenge for me. I have had some of the biggest highs in my life here at Chatfield and some of my lowest moments. I have gone from performing in front of 5,000 people to losing someone that I considered a brother because he had lied to me about his entire life. My life's kind of crazy, and there's nothing I'd change about it. So, to even start this presentation, I guess I gotta start from the beginning. I definitely didn't have the Disney Channel lifestyle as a kid. Before I was born, my dad left, and as some of you may know, when I was 10 years old, my mom passed away from breast cancer. She is the strongest woman I know, and she has been my inspiration since day one. But ever since then, I became depressed. I put on a smile, showing everyone that I was okay, but on the inside, I was still missing her.
She's daddy's favorite. He said for Harvard. He knows she'll make it. She's good at school. She's never truant. She can speak French.
Freshman year, I mainly hung out with my two best friends, Brooklyn and Becca. But Becca was always busy during the second semester because she was a part of Mary Poppins. And I wasn't a part of any club or activity, so I was always bored. And that was until the theater teacher, Keith, had me come and join Mary Poppins as a techie. Of course, I was very lucky that Becca was there, but she was always doing choreography or singing with the actors, and I was always building the set with tech. Thankfully, I did make 2 new friends in tech, Ryla Shell and Nick Morrissey. And Nick Morrissey is to this day one of my closest friends. I did stay for the whole production, and it was a very memorable show, but I didn't really think it was for me. However, that didn't stop me from taking the tech class again my sophomore year.
Let's set this party on fire.
I did go back to theater as a techie mainly for my boyfriend at the time and for my now favorite play, Almost Maine. There I really began to love theater. Singing in the Rain was the best show I ever did as a techie. We had such a close-knit bond and everyone was family. No one ever really felt left out. And there I really felt included and loved. From attempting to try and do dances backstage to Skylar actually getting punched in the face in this photo, I had the time of my life. But then A Midsummer Night's Dream came around and I auditioned for the show, and I got in. I didn't really think that would happen, but I'm pretty glad it did. Now, we usually say there's no such thing as a small role, and it's so true, because my role was the wall. And what a mighty wall I was. Sophomore year ended, and it was finally time for me to start working at Colorado Academy as a camp counselor. And at this camp is where I met my best friend Olivia Lutz. She truly is my twin, except for our looks, but our personality, our laugh, and our addiction to Target will always stay the same.
Want the best for you, and if I'm not the best, then you're stuck. I try to sever ties and I ended up.
Let me tell you, junior year was like the song Bohemian Rhapsody, an absolute roller coaster. ThesCon seemed like another fun adventure for my high school story, but it was so much more. I was supposed to perform with my improv troupe, and we had 2 competitions and won both of them. We got to main stage, and for ThesCon kids, that means a lot. It means this.
Artists, I am very excited for you to witness from Troop 4126, Chatfield Improv.
I'm Kinsey Pearson, Jordan Moore, Liv Coy, Kendra Green, Lauren Hill, and Alyssa Olzo. And today, I just can't believe you lost them after so long.
got to perform in front of 5,000 people at Belco Theater. And in that moment, I discovered something I hadn't felt before. Passion. That passion is what showed me the way to audition for AMDA, the American Musical and Dramatic Academy of Performing Arts. So of course, I joined the musical, and it was Legally Blonde. And I hadn't performed in a musical before, and I was terrified to sing on stage, but I did it, and I got a leading role as Enid Hoops, the feminist lesbian. And that was my favorite role. And the costume was amazing. The costume is what took me from looking like this to this on stage in front of over 500 people per night. And though it may not seem like it, I was struggling. This was the time where I found out that one of my best friends had been lying to me about his entire life. And not just me, but our teachers, our friends. And I was dealing with a breakup. However, these beautiful, amazing, funny people were able to make this experience so much better, no matter what I was going through. And I am so incredibly thankful for each and every single one of them. So when we were just juniors going around to all of our teachers signing up for our classes for our senior year, I told one of my teachers that that's what I was going to be doing, and I was going to be acting and performing for the rest of my life. And this teacher told me that I couldn't do it, that I couldn't get into a performing arts school, and that I would not make it. Never in my life did I think a teacher would ever tell me that I couldn't do something. A month later, I had my AMDA audition. I performed my audition monologues at the Ellie Calkins Opera House. They told me I would wait 2 to 3 weeks to hear if I got accepted or not. 2 days later, I got the call. I got accepted to AMDA on a $9,000 scholarship. Well, senior year wasn't too different. Still did theater, still hung out with Becca and made a couple new friends like Sophia. And I stepped up in the community. I started leading workshops at Falcon Bluffs and went and saw their first play. I went to senior ball with my best friends. I got to hang out with the tallest goofball in the world, Benjamin Hammock. I still hung out with Nick. And I got to make more memories that made senior year so worth it, even though it was cut short. I got promoted to tech mom. I was the vice president of the thespian board. And I still hung out with Olivia, even though she was in Oregon most of the time. And thankfully, she's going to be back sooner or later. While I have many good things and many bad things to say about my high school experience, there's one thing that I can't say, that it wasn't fun. Because being a Charger was the most fun I've ever had in my life. 4 months ago, this is not the senior year that I thought I'd be having. But it's definitely a senior year to remember. So thank you for watching my thesis, and goodbye, class of 2020.